dreaming. 'Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming. 'Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems. I guess I've been dreaming. 'Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
Oh, and we in there. Man, we back. Hey, boy, Academy. Hey, we went out like Black Ops, didn't it? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hey, man. Peace and love to everybody, man. Welcome back to the channel. You know what I'm talking about? We had a little blackout go on just a minute ago. Yeah. So we gon', you know what I'm saying? Now that we got some juice. Seven, baby, please calm down. Calm down. I got my pups. You know what I'm saying? She going. Will you chill out? Jeez. Okay, yeah, it's storming, so, yeah, I mean, hey, they over here, my buddies over here going stupid, so bear with me, please. Yeah, but, man, it went, well, I'm saying, hey, listen, we got guy number one out the way. We got some differences here. I remember we got the two guys to the right. They put the hands across the heart when it was time to sway in. The other guys went with the hands up. So we don't know, and you know what I mean. In the last video, I asked everybody to drop in the comment section whose side you riding with. Do you want to know? Do you don't want to know? You know what I'm saying? Or what do you not want to know if you just don't want to agree with it? But cognitive dissonance ain't finna help anybody today. We finna get to it. All right. So now the last thing I remember guys saying right here is that UAPs was real, and I pointed and it went out. And so we're going to pick up right there. But before we do that, Exhibit A. Now we know who's in the building. Come on now. We see you. We see you. All right, y'all, let's go. If you knew, listen, we got Shadow Law that be, you know what I'm saying, messing with us, you feel me? This is the academy, you know what I'm saying? This is not the nursery. We here to learn. We go through a lot, okay, to get the information out, and we is digging for the truth, okay? That's a part of my light, is to seek the truth, you know what I'm saying? It's one of the aspects of the Leo. So that's what we are here to do, you know what I'm saying? So welcome, if you are, you know what I'm saying, want to join me on the journey, you're more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. You can share it out to a buddy or two or 3, 4, maybe even 100 or so. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even matter to me, so long as you come and join us, okay? Come on through. Yeah, we're going to check out these UAPs now. They used to be called UFOs, and if you hadn't went through the Congress hearings, we're here to hear it. All right, so we got Mr. It's kind of blurry right now, but it's something in the deck. I'm sure they're going to say it again. I'm sorry for butchering your name at the pump, but I can't really, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of blurry down there, so we're going to get to that. That's Schulenberger over there, though. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then we're going to get to Mr. Gold on the end. So this guy's about to go up. I seen some stuff about him already. I think he's almost like the one you need to talk to, because he's the one that said he already had the sound stuff shut the hell up, so he can't even really give you that much. So he's already, I can only give you so much, okay? So we automatically know we ain't gonna get it all, because I've already seen buddy right here say that he can't, and he ain't willing to, you know what I'm saying, play ball. All right, so we gonna check it out. Academy, I hope you got what you need, because I do. Without further ado, let's get to what it is that we do. It's good to see you. Welcome back.
UAP technologies, as are some of our adversaries. I believe we are in the midst of a multi-decade secretive arms race. On behalf of our brave men and women in uniform and across the intelligence community, as well as my fellow Americans who have awaited this day, thank you for your leadership on this important matter. Let me be clear. UAP are real. Advanced technologies, not made by our government or any other government, are monitoring sensitive military installations around the globe. Furthermore, the U.S. is in possession of UAP technologies, as are some of our adversaries. I believe we are in the midst of a multi-decade secretive arms race, one funded by misallocated taxpayer dollars and hidden from our elected representatives and oversight bodies. For many years, I was entrusted with protecting some of our nation's most sensitive programs. In my last position, I managed a special access program on behalf of the White House and the National Security Council. As such, I appreciate the need to protect certain sensitive intelligence and military information. I consider my oath to protect secrets as sacred, and I will always put the safety of the American people first. With that said, I also understand the consequences of excessive secrecy.
Hey, but what that sound like? Don't that sound like the SCP Foundation? Sound like we in the same place, huh? See, this is why I talk to self and self talk to I, and he said, hey, this is what we're going to do when we come back off vacation. We're gonna incorporate some of this so-called reality with this so-called fiction. And we about to show these people how this fiction is none with it. You can throw a none with that too. That's what we're here for. Let's go.
And stovepiping. Nowhere was this more apparent than in the aftermath of 9/11, which many of us remember all too well.
And I was on the
I
buddy
believe
back
that
then.
America's
I was
greatness
on him because I was already looking at his hands. You always got to watch
a
the
watchful
hands in the
Congress,
background.
B, a responsive
situations.
executive branch, and C, an informed public. Over the
Elizondo,
last decade
okay.
and a half, I learned that certain UAP programs were and are operating without any of these elements. Although much of my government work on the UAP subject still remains classified, excessive secrecy has led to grave misdeeds against loyal civil servants, military personnel, and the public, all to hide the fact that we are not alone in the cosmos. A small cadre within our own government involved in the UAP topic has created a culture of suppression and intimidation that I've personally been victim to, along with many of my former colleagues. This includes unwarranted criminal investigations, harassment, and efforts to destroy one's credibility. Most Americans would be shocked to learn that the Pentagon's very own Public Affairs Office openly employs a professional psychological operations officer as the singular point of contact for any UAP-related inquiries from citizens and the media. This is unacceptable. Many of my former colleagues and I have provided classified testimony to both the Department of Defense and the Intelligence Community Inspector General, and many of us have subsequently been targeted by this cabal with threats to our careers, our security clearances, and even our lives. This is not hyperbole, but a genuine fact, and this is wrong. To fix these problems, I propose three principal actions. First, Congress and the President should create a single point of contact responsible for a whole-of-government approach to the UAP issue. Currently, the White House, CIA, NASA, the Pentagon, Department of Energy, and others play a role, but no one seems to be in charge, leading to unchecked power and corruption. Second, we need a national UAP strategy that will promote transparency and help restore the American public's trust at a time when the public's trust is at an all-time low. This strategy should include a whole-of-government approach, including the academic and scientific communities, the private sector, and our international partners and allies. Third, Congress should create a protected environment so whistleblowers desperate to do the right thing can come forward without fear. As it currently stands, these whistleblowers suffer because of stigma, a code of silence, and concerns about retaliation. These whistleblowers should be encouraged to come forward in ways that protect them against any forms of retaliation. Policies and procedures should ensure that protection, and for those who refuse to cooperate, it is up to the members of this committee and the other lawmakers to wield their subpoena power against hostile witnesses and prevent additional government funding to those UAP efforts that remain hidden from congressional oversight. In closing, we as Americans have never been afraid of a challenge. In fact, we thrive on them, whether it's eradicating polio or going to the moon. We don't run from a challenge, we take it head on. To the incoming administration and Congress, I say to you, we need immediate public transparency, and this hearing is an important step on that journey. If we approach the UAP topic in the same way as we, as Americans, have met other challenges, we can restore our faith in our government institutions. Together, we can usher in a new era of accountable government and scientific discovery. I believe that we as Americans can handle the truth, and I also believe the world deserves the truth. Thank you, esteemed members of Congress, for your time today. It is profoundly appreciated by many.
Thank you. I ask unanimous consent for Representatives Ogles of Tennessee and Boebert of Colorado to be waived onto the subcommittee for today's joint subcommittee hearing for the purpose of asking questions. Without objection, so ordered. I would now like to recognize
That's what I'm talking about. We ready? We ready? Well, I mean, some of y'all ain't. You know what I'm saying? I know somebody out there's probably saying, "Speak for yourself, Seven." You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of like, nerdy. You probably jump on us and having some cage sodomize and stuff. Like, bro, listen. If you vibing low enough, they on your ace cap. That's all I got to say. If you vibing high, bro, you ain't got not a thing to worry about. You feel me? I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Your vibration is your vibration. That's more than likely, that's what's going to be, you know what I'm saying, like highly detrimental to a lot of people. It's your vibration. That's what's going to get you dead in. Because that's what it's like. It's not going to be all upon that, but it's going to boil down to something like that. So that's why I encourage all out there, you know what I'm saying, make sure you vibing high, man. And vibing high means you don't have any type of fears like that. Like you don't really, you just be, eventually you come out of fear. You have no fear of whatsoever. There's nothing to be afraid of. That's growth. That's evolution. To know what things are, even if you don't know what it is, understand what it is you can understand. You can go and learn. You know what I'm saying? You can find out. The vibrations, you'll be able to pick up on these things once you teach the body, teach your mind, slow down for a second and really focus. You'll be able to begin to pick up on things. Now, and everybody can't do it. No, everything ain't for everybody. So, but if you can get down with that, you know what I'm saying, if you can resonate with that and you feel that, then I would say right about now is that time to really start getting lifted, get your lift on. Because a lot of people are going to be doing things out of fear. And that fear is going to promote a lot of panic. And a lot of people are going to lose their lives just due to not being prepared for things. Or lack of belief in certain things. Or I ain't going to say belief. Let me not say belief. Lack of knowledge in knowing. Because the information is out there. And if you truly want to know, like I said, with a genuine heart, you can find what you're looking for. It doesn't matter who you are. At that point, knowledge doesn't discriminate at all. If you come with the proper qualification, let's just say, if you're qualified, you can get it. All right, let's just say it like that.
Thanks, Mr. Schellenberger, for his introductory remarks.
Chairwoman Mace, Chairman Grothman, Ranking Member Connolly, Ranking Member Garcia, members of the subcommittees, thank you for inviting my testimony. One of Congress's most important responsibilities is oversight of.
Okay, so these dudes are basically they're whistleblowers. Blowers. I mean, they come out to. I mean, somebody help me understand exactly who these dudes are. I mean, they're explaining who they are as far as their occupations and their job description and what they're into. That's great. I mean, Elizondo here made it perfectly clear that he thinks that we should release this information, let everybody know so everybody can get in on it. Me personally, I'm riding with him. My reasoning, if you would like to know, my reasoning is because maybe he thinks or is thinking like I'm thinking that the more people know, the less maybe expensive some of this shit would be. You can cut costs on the secrecy. You could probably get more hands on deck to help with some of the crash, the whatever the hell is going on. Hello, but when you trying to keep the percentages down because you want to control. Yeah. That's what's proposing your problem. And I know you guys back there behind the little curtain. I know you're smart enough to have thought of this at least once. And that's probably what you discuss all the time. And it's probably some of y'all's separation as far as your organization, and all of y'all can't run a chord on one page because somebody wants to say, hey, let's do the stat and come out and open, why we can't just be us out here. And, Morpheus was like, Marius was like, bro, we can't really do that. We got a way we do things. And, just kind of coming out there like that, I don't really think the world is prepared to, to accept. the ways of people. Now, hey, I'm quite frankly, I can agree with you on that, because when you out here doing the thing that you're doing, chillings, yeah, might get a little smack. You feel me? Especially if you get caught by the right pack. But the rest of it, when we're talking on this level about these type things, right? These endeavors, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you get all the help you need once we weed out all the cognitive dissonances ones and all the religious ones that just this and tear them up. I don't know what they gonna do. I'm not joking, you know what I'm saying, like making fun of y'all and nothing like that. It's just, you know what I'm saying, y'all gonna have to have some hell of explaining to do when it come down to it, as this stuff comes out, because ooh. Like the Bible talked all about it, but they reworded it so you wouldn't know that they was actually talking about spacecraft and all that stuff. They made you think it was burning bushes and all that, but that's what those people saw back in the day. But we don't see that today. But that's what it was. The same stuff we see today was then. They just didn't know how to explain it.
The executive branch in general and the military and intelligence community in particular. Unfortunately, there is a growing body of evidence that the U.S. government is not being transparent about what it knows about unidentified anomalous phenomena, and that elements within the military and the IC are in violation of their constitutional duty to notify Congress of their operations. President-elect Donald Trump and former President Barack Obama have both said that the government has information about UAPs that it has not released. There are other explanations for UAPs.
Hey man, don't make Trump mad, boy. Y'all know Trump will he'll go to toss some stuff out there. Hey, don't make him mad. Now y'all just got the way to let the man work. You know what I mean? I ain't vote for him or nothing like that. I never voted. I never will. You know what I'm saying? That's not my thing. It ain't got nothing to do with me. But yeah, I like what he's doing though. But yeah, you know Trump know. If Trump knows something, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be long before he go there. He said he's trying to get this money situation straightened out, right? Once he get the money situation straightened out, I think he gonna come over there and straighten that out too. I think a lot of stuff gonna come out. Hey man, but what happened to that list though? Oh buddy, what the name is, Epstein? Yeah, what happened to the Epstein list? I wanna see the list. I'm still on that. Yeah, I'm still on that. Oh yeah, that's children right there, and that that got bad. So I'm definitely still on that. We still need to see that list, Trump. We still need to see the list, Trump. And I know it's hard. I know it's rough. I know people don't, you know what I'm saying? They can't get enough, I promise you. But we got to see that. We don't want to, but we want to. Now, we'll put it like this. We don't want to, but we need to. Just like this situation right here. They don't want to tell us, but they need to tell us. That's the situation. They don't want to tell us, and if it was just left up to them, they would never tell us anything. None of the stuff that we know today would have ever gotten out if it was just solely upon them to just have their way with this. They would have never told anything. Anything. And this world would be totally different. So y'all better think, whoever you're thinking, that it did not and it was not allowed to go that way. But that's universal code though. They would have been breaking all the laws of the universe in order for that to really have been. So y'all better be glad there's something or someone or whatever y'all looking into out there that said, nah, that's too much for one person. You know what I'm saying? Too much power for one person home. But yeah, so we do get the tad bits here and there. Here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like the book say, here a little, there a little. You're gonna pick up on it. If it's meant for you to pick up on. So just like the situation, no, they don't want this to come out, but it needs to. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing too much. And so much is going on underground being put together as 2 and 2 because y'all think like everybody's just been dumbed down to that level. And nah. Some of us, most of us maybe, but not everyone. And it doesn't take everyone to figure all this out. And as y'all see, we several soldiers out there, chiefs out there that's really been working and putting it down. And it's been figured out and things are shutting down and closing and as the days go by and people just going on with their regular lives, right? And you got this where they're saying that they should come out and just go ahead and tell us. But like I said in the last videos, I think they're only doing this because to keep the other side from really coming out and telling us, or just popping out in the sky, and it's just like, damn, y'all, you're taking too long. You're taking too long. There's something that's about to go on, and the more you BS on just are they real or not, you got the sun about to tear this place up as far as heat is concerned. Y'all call it global warming, but it's really the sun heating up, and all these solar flares and all this stuff that they're just not talking about. There's so many things going on in your skies, so many things going on in your oceans, and they keep so much disturbance going on the land. You know what I mean? So you just got to be able to weed through this shit. And I don't know. They could all be in bed together, like I said. You know, I'm looking at like the Truman Show. It's all a big show that everybody put on. Everybody knows their positions. Everybody knows their place. They already have their scripts here. And they're just going to string us along until it all eventually comes out. I'm just looking at it, the fact that I don't think they want to be held responsible. That's all I think in my mind when it comes to this. They don't want to be held responsible.
Are
y'all? What do y'all think? Are they responsible?
Of life or non-human
Would you hold them
life.
accountable?
Current
I think they
dominant
should be held
alternative
accountable.
theories, including those put forward by Arrow, are that UAPs are some kind of natural phenomena we don't yet understand, like ball lightning or plasma. They could also be part of some new U.S. or foreign government weapons programs, such as drones, aircraft, balloons, CGI, hoaxes, or birds. Whatever UAPs are, Congress must be informed, as must the people of the United States. We have a right to know what UAPs are, no matter what they are. However, we now have existing and former U.S. government officials who have told Congress that Arrow and the Pentagon have broken the law by not revealing a significant body of information about UAPs, including military intelligence databases that have evidence of their existence as physical craft. One of those individuals is a current or former U.S. government official acting as a UAP whistleblower. This person has written a report. This is the report that says the executive branch has been managing UAP NHI issues without congressional knowledge, oversight, or authorization for some time, quite possibly decades. Furthermore, these individuals have revealed the name of an active and highly secretive DoD unacknowledged special access program, or USAP. The source of that document told me that the USAP is a strategic intelligence program that is part of the U.S. military family of long-standing, highly sensitive programs dealing with various aspects of the UAP problem. The new UAP whistleblower claims that the U.S. military and IC database includes videos and images taken using infrared, forward-looking infrared, full-motion video, and still photography. The report that was just shared with Congress says Immaculate Constellation serves as a central or parent USAP that consolidates observations of UAPs by both tasked and untasked collection platforms. Immaculate Constellation includes high-quality imagery intelligence and measurement and signature intelligence of UAPs, the whistleblower's report adds. The sources of this intelligence are a blend of directed and incidental collection capabilities, positioned in low Earth orbit, the upper atmosphere, as well as military and civilian aviation altitudes and maritime environments. The report to Congress details in detail various UAPs, including spheres, orbs, disks, saucers, ovals, triangles, boomerang, arrowhead, and irregular organic. The report describes various incidents found in the human intelligence databases. One involved orbs surrounding and forcing an F-22 out of its patrol area. In another incident, the crew of a Navy aircraft carrier watched a small orange-red sphere rapidly descend from a high altitude of 100 to 200 yards directly above the flight deck of the CVN, or aircraft carrier. And since my reporting on this Immaculate Constellation last month, another source came forward who told me that they saw a roughly 13-minute-long high-definition, full-color video of a white orb UAP coming out of the ocean approximately 20 miles off the coast of Kuwait. It was filmed from a helicopter. Then halfway through the video, the person said the orb is joined by another orb that briefly comes into the frame from the left before rapidly moving again out of the frame. The person discovered the video on SIPR, the Secure Internet Protocol Router Network, which the DoD uses to transmit classified information.
We've seen plenty of those.
A leading UAP researcher who utilizes the Freedom of Information Act to find out what the government knows, John Greenwald, told me last year that the U.S. government had been increasingly denying his requests for UAP information. He has been doing FOIA requests for 27 years and has an archive of 3 million pages. The government has for decades denied any interest in UFOs, he told me, but the documents that he has assembled show that behind the scenes it was a completely different story. Contrary to the hopes of many advocates of transparency, the government has been restricting more information since the leak of 3 UAP videos in 2017. The DoD organization AARO has been labeling many documents with a B7 exemption, which Greenwald says does not make any sense. They're stating that anything AARO does is involved in law enforcement investigation, which allows AARO to not release it. Greenwald says that the DoD has denied the existence of a UAP and ATIP-related records on multiple occasions, only to acknowledge them after an appeal was filed. He added that the Naval Air Systems Command in March 2022 stated they found no additional UAP videos. It seemed strange that they had 3 and only those 3, but other requests had been filed by the Black Vault, that's John Greenwald's group, to seek out more places UAPs might be hiding. Then in September 2022, the Navy admitted that the UAP-related videos and photographs existed, but denied the request in full for their release, saying that the requested videos contain sensitive information that are classified and exempt from disclosure. The DoD will deny things on a Monday and then admit to it on a Friday, said Greenwald. He said the government can and does release videos that protect secret methods of capturing it. They fall back on the sensitive platform excuse a lot, he said. However, the on-screen information can be blurred and scrubbed. The metadata can be removed. I'll show you this example here. This is a presentation from the UATP task force. This is completely absurd. It's nuts, this level of censorship, of redaction on a document. It shows the redaction of how many reports they've collected, for how many years. 2 of the 3 potential explanations are blacked out. The Pentagon, the intelligence community is treating us like children. It's time for us to know the truth about this. I think that we can handle it.
Damn. My bad, y'all, my bad. Damn. Hey, man. That motherfucker right there by this redacted as that other SCP, one of them SCPs we went by, man, the whole file was about redacted. Look at that motherfucker. Look. Damn. Hold it up again. Hey, should have made my burger. Hold that motherfucker up again, folks. Look. Bro, you ain't telling us nothing. Nothing. I'm like this. How am I to do my job 100%? How can I be effective? 100% sufficient. An A1 performer. How can I be this when you ain't giving me nothing to work with? How can I do my job? How can I show you I deserve a raise to look at a black sheet of paper? I'm just saying, anybody's qualified for this job, right? Shit, you don't know nothing. You can't tell nobody nothing. I'm just saying, look. All right, Burger, moving on.
Nations are blacked out. The Pentagon, the intelligence community is treating us like children. It's time for us to know the truth about this. I think that we can handle it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I would now like to recognize Mr. Gold for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chairwoman Mace, Chairman Grothman, Ranking Members Connolly and Garcia, Representative Moskowitz, and distinguished members of both subcommittees. I'm grateful to all of you, as well as your intrepid staff, for the opportunity to testify, and would like to begin by discussing courage. Courage is what it takes to tackle this topic, and courage in the face of adversity is what I see in front of me, beside me, and behind me.
Oh, that's a good start. That's a good start, Mr. Gold. I like it. Courage. That's what I'm telling all you fearmongers out there. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid. Not really fearmongers. You know what I'm saying? The ones that fall victim to fear mongering, or you know what I'm saying, cognitive dissonance. I don't know, whatever your issue is that you're coming and running into some type of problem with all this. Look, man, we need to know, man. We need to know, man. We need to push along this evolution. We need to get to a certain point before a certain time, and quite frankly, all these sixth grade reading level minds, you know what I mean, they ain't doing nothing. Wait, so yeah, step aside and just let us work. We got to work, y'all. It's things that needs to be done. You know, on a lot of levels. And yes, you too can help. But we got to start with the truth. We need the truth. The truth. You know what I mean? Like, for real, we need the truth. And obviously these guys are eager to bring it, but I mean, maybe they want to know for their reasons, whether they're good or bad. The intention's good or bad, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? We as the people need to know, because there's things that's going on that we see that we can't explain. Some things can be explained, and those people that can explain it that well, we know what happened to those people. So that's why most of us tend to shit for real. Like they get to locking folks up around here, and like exactly what Elizondo said. You know what I'm saying? You get your life threatened, or you go to jail, or you know what I mean, they take your job from you. It's so many different avenues that they can just come and just make your life a living hell out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Situations. I got a couple situations going on where there's like been some weird going on. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird. Some of it's hard to explain. Some of it's not simple. You know what I'm saying? But it's still, nevertheless, it's awkward. You know what I mean? And the type of stuff that these folks are talking about, it's like, okay, I get it. Damn, but they don't want nobody to say nothing, right? I mean, damn, dude, what do we say? I mean, hell, give me an email or something. Like, hey, bro, stop saying this. Stop talking about this. Like, oh, that's what I was talking about. But y'all don't even want to give us clues on that either. You know what I mean? Because you already know we're hitting on something. We know we're hitting on something. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't be bothering nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just making content, man. You know what I'm saying? Reacting to some stuff that's real, right? Right?
Per my introduction, I am currently the Chief Growth Officer at Redwire Space and have had several leadership positions at NASA. That being said, I want to be clear that I am speaking exclusively on my own behalf and not for Redwire, NASA, or any other organization. However, I am here today to speak out for science. Science requires data, which should be collected without bias or prejudice. Yet, whenever the topic of UAP arises, those who wish to explore the phenomena are often confronted with resistance and ridicule. For example, members of the NASA UAP Independent Study Team, particularly those in academia, were mocked and even threatened for simply having the temerity to engage in the study of UAP. Our best tool for unlocking the mystery of UAP is science, but we cannot conduct a proper inquiry if the stigma is so overwhelming that just daring to be part of a NASA research team elicits such a vitriolic response. Therefore, one of the most important actions that can be taken relative to exposing the truth of UAP is to combat the stigma. And this is where I believe that NASA can be eminently helpful. The NASA brand is synonymous with hope, optimism, and credibility. If you were to take a walk down the National Mall, you would immediately see the NASA logo on t-shirts, hats, and bumper stickers. Few federal agencies enjoy this kind of popularity. I've never seen anyone wearing an Office of Personnel Management t-shirt, which is why NASA could play such an influential role. Specifically, NASA could, with relatively little cost and effort, host symposia on UAP, or even just participate in existing panels examining the topic. NASA personnel stepping forward and participating in such discussions would make a powerful statement to the scientific community that UAP should be taken seriously and researched accordingly. In regard to research, NASA has vast archives, much of which may contain important UAP data. Again, for relatively little cost and effort, NASA could create an AI or ML algorithm that could search the agency's archives for anomalous phenomena. I suspect that such an effort would not only result in information that will help us to understand UAP, but could result in data that will assist in other areas of scientific inquiry, such as anomalous weather or meteorite activity. Beyond its existing archives, NASA could act as a clearinghouse for civilian and commercial UAP data. During my work on the UAP Independent Study Team, it quickly became evident that there is no clear or well-publicized process for civilian pilots to report UAP sightings.
The stigma associated with UAP hampers the number of pilots that would report such phenomena, but even for those who overcome the stigma, I believe the current FAA guidance is largely unknown and poorly understood. In order to effectively collect UAP data, the independent study team recommended the use of NASA's Aviation Safety Reporting System, or ASRS. This system, which is administered by NASA and funded by the FAA, provides a confidential means for the reporting of safety violations in a voluntary and non-punitive manner. Over 47 years, the ASRS has collected nearly 2 million reports. ASRS is the perfect tool to collect UAP data, which could then be collated by NASA and shared with the public at large. Leveraging ASRS could create a treasure trove of UAP data, potentially hundreds of thousands of reports, supporting this hearing's goal of exposing the truth. And I'm grateful to our two co-chairs and other members who have already incorporated this idea into proposed legislation. At this hearing, and as others have demonstrated, the UAP issue is justifiably dominated by national security and defense. However, I would urge the subcommittees to keep in mind the numerous ways that NASA and the FAA, as well as commercial activities in the air, in space, and in the water, can generate a massive amount of invaluable data on anomalous phenomena. I cannot help but be excited by the potential for such an endeavor, since scientific discovery is driven by anomalies. It's the existence and study of anomalies that led to the theory of relativity, quantum mechanics, and nearly all of humanity's scientific breakthroughs. This is why the study of UAPs should be embraced, since whatever is occurring, the chance to garner new knowledge should never be ignored. We must be thorough in collecting information, fearless in making conclusions, and open to following the data, no matter how mundane or extraordinary the results may be. I began this testimony by praising the Joint Subcommittee members for their courage, and I will end by echoing that sentiment. As the saying goes, the truth is out there. We just need to be bold enough and brave enough to face it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all. I will now recognize myself.
I mean, what the hell? But anyway, no, I'm not going to do it now, so I ain't going to get on your y'all, hey, I'm just going to say a bit skittish, Toombs, a bit skittish. You feel me? Because we already, look at these mother. Look at them, boy. They just be, you know what I'm talking about? They be with it. Anyway, so, man, look here. I don't know about NASA, bro. Yeah, you know what I mean? They already, like, okay, NASA, I'm going to say this, man. If y'all want to trust y'all, and I'm, no, I am not speaking for the people. I am not speaking for anybody but myself here. So, and when I say y'all, I know what I'm talking about. All right, so so if, you know what I'm saying, y'all expect, you know what I'm saying, me to trust y'all, which I won't, especially y'all. Y'all already started off on the wrong foot anyway, you know what I'm saying, because we hear about the little knick-knack things that y'all do to be erasing stuff and all that stuff. So, I mean, like, would we really, as the people, would we, so it's questioning, I'm asking a question, I'm not accepting anything, I am asking a question, I mean, and I'm sure I won't be the only person that ever asked that question, is would we even be able to trust you today? Given all the stuff that you've already done to hide things in your images or take things out or make things look like it was, y'all know what y'all do. And all that other stuff, you know, and be getting fabricated and all that. Y'all know what y'all do. Anyway, so how? Like, sometimes y'all gotta understand, man, some of these relationships, bro. Some of these relationships be starting off so rumpy, man, you know what I'm saying? You can't even come back with a shake. Sometimes y'all don't even deserve the pound back. Like, no, I'm good, bro. You feel me? Like, cause some business just personal like that. And a motherfucker foul it one time, sometimes that's all you need for that type of business to be trusted with most people. You know what I mean? So when we're talking about this type of truth, I don't know. Now, I mean, if y'all getting it and you laying it out there like, here, we saw this and da-da-da-da here, And we saw that here. Somebody sending a couple of videos from some people that really saw something out here, and it's like, man, and y'all just straight dropped that sign. It's like, wow, there it is, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what it is, but there it is. It was in such and such backyard, and it was do. You know what I'm saying? We ain't take nothing about it. It's authentic. You feel me? So I mean, doing it like that, we can work, cause we know everything ain't friendly. We know everything ain't friendly. I mean, at least you better know everything ain't friendly. So I don't expect everything to be friendly. It'd be cool that most stuff that came through was, you know what I'm saying, just on some. We just came by to see what happened, but I don't think it's gonna be all that. Independence Day type deal. Some would love for that. Some would love for it to be that way, to be the results to end that way. A lot of species out there that really ask for that. I don't know if it's gonna end that way either, but it is gonna get hot around this motherfucker. I'm telling you that. But anyways, Ms. Mace, what you got?
For 5 minutes of questioning, I have a lot of questions. And I have a lot of witnesses. So I would just ask if it's yes or no to please just tell me yes or no. If it requires more than that, be very succinct, because I would like to go down the line and ask as many questions as possible. So for the Admiral this morning first, former DOD official Chris Mellon reached out to you about satellite imagery from 2017 that depicts a UAP. What were the dates in 2017 when this occurred?
I can't share with you the details, ma'am, but I can do it in a closed setting, and I can also tell you the agency that wrote a report on it.
Okay, so who has the imagery?
I can tell you that in a closed setting.
Can you describe what was depicted in the satellite imagery? Just a description.
It was a UAP, ma'am.
That's it? No other description?
The term that the analysts used, they called it the button. It was a disc-shaped object. Okay,
where was it?
I can't tell you that, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Mr. Elizondo, you state in your testimony that, quote, advanced technologies not by our government or any other government are monitoring sensitive military installations around the globe, end quote. If these technologies are not made by any government, who's making them? Private companies, or are you implying they are crafted by a non-human intelligence?
Well, ma'am, that's precisely why we're here. The problem is that, temporally speaking, over decades, not just the last 10 years, to put this in perspective,
are these private companies you're implying, or is this non-human intelligence?
It may be both.
Okay.
When it comes to Blue Force Technologies, I would not be able to discuss.
Okay. Are you read into secret UAP crash retrieval programs?
We would have to have a conversation in a closed session, ma'am. I signed documentation 3 years ago that restricts my ability to discuss specifically crash retrievals. I submitted for my book through the DOPSR process, which took a year for it to be reviewed. And what is in the book is what I was told I'm allowed to talk about.
Has the government conducted secret UAP crash retrieval programs, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Were they designed to identify and reverse engineer alien craft, yes or no?
Yes.
Does the U.S. government have any reverse, okay, we've already answered that question about retrieval programs. Do any U.S. contractors have the same?
I would prefer to address that in a closed session, ma'am.
Okay. In your book, you mentioned government employees who've been injured by UAPs, placed on leave, and receiving government compensation for their injuries. Is that correct?
That is correct.
How can the government deny we have recovered craft if they're paying people because they've been injured by recovered craft?
Ma'am, that's a great question. That's why I think we're here again, because I've seen the documentation by the U.S. government for several of these individuals who have sustained injuries as a result of a UAP incident.
It's a crazy idea, right? The hypocrisy and the logic. Okay, Mr. Schellenberger, I'm going to say it again to be very clear. Immaculate Constellation. What's its mission and how are they funded?
Its mission is to, as I stated, its mission is to, it's an unacknowledged special access program. Its mission is to document UAPs.
Okay, and do you, for your story and your report, do you have more than one credible source?
I do.
Sourcing, okay.
I do.
And then why do you believe your sources to be credible? How do you judge the veracity of the documentation you've been provided about this program?
I checked the sources, and they are who they say they are. They are current or former government officials. Mm-hmm. I wanted to also add that I did not specify that they were Defense Department employees. I didn't specify the agency nor the gender.
Would they have included non-government employees, people that aren't employed by the government?
I'm comfortable saying that these are government or previously government employees.
Any of them currently employed by a private contractor or private contractors?
I'd rather not say.
Okay. What's the key takeaway, just a few seconds, about the Immaculate Constellation document you provided us today?
I think that what the American people need to know is that the U.S. military and intelligence community are sitting on a huge amount of visual and other information, still photos, video photos, other sensor information, and they have for a very long time. And it's not those fuzzy photos and videos that we've been given. There's very clear
high res,
high resolution.
How many visuals, graphics, videos, photos?
I mean, I've been told hundreds, maybe thousands. I mean, I also wanted to say, because there was some conversation around concern around the revealing of these materials, revealing the source collections, but some of these are shot from helicopters using normal videos of oceans. I just think that's absurd that somehow you're going to be revealing some secret U.S. technology by revealing that you've photographed orbs off the coast of Kuwait.
Okay, thank you. I have 8 seconds. Mr. Gold, did the NASA independent study team get briefed on what you call OSAP? Very quickly.
I flagged the Advanced Aerospace Weapons System Application Program to our chair and our DFO. We did not get briefed, but I believe it is definitely worth looking into. That was probably the largest UAP review effort ever, and I think produced a lot of interest data, including revealing Nimitz. I don't know if my fellow witness Lou might want to. He did yeoman's work on it. Might want to comment.
Okay.
Well, dang. All right, y'all. So that's the video, man. We gonna get it up in there, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get it cracking. We gonna see exactly what they got to say. You feel me? Yeah. I guess she looking like, man, y'all need to cut the shit, bro. Cut that out, bro. Y'all knew what y'all came to do, bro. Y'all gonna have to drop that off. We gonna have to know that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, though. We gonna have to get that info up out of y'all. You know what I mean? I'm interested in knowing. I'm not gonna say I'm not here to toss back and forth whether it's real or not. I already know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with it. So, like I said, I hope those that this video reach, you know what I'm saying, that you just like internally that you took that in, you heard what I said, you know what I'm saying, about the cognitive dissonance and the fear of these situations right here, you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of other things out here to prepare for, yeah, but this is one of them as well, you know what I'm saying. So proper preparation prevents poor performance. You know what I mean? Keep that on your heart. Keep that in your back of your mind, the forefront, your frontal lobe. You feel me? Because it's about to be a bumpy ride. Not saying it might be all bad. You know what I'm saying? Some of this stuff might be good, beautiful. You know what I'm saying? What a time to be in. We definitely getting it in. You know what I'm saying? It's good to be back. We gonna get back in the swing of things. We gonna get things cracking for y'all. You know what I mean? I don't know what we just thunderstorm came through and just do. So I do apologize for that first half, but yeah, we finna see what's busting with this. We gonna see who gonna spill something. But y'all let me know what y'all thinking about it in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if y'all seen anything, what you seen. Have you seen any of the ships in the shapes that they're talking about? You know what I mean? Like, I see a lot of orbs up there. Yeah, they be on the high rise too. I'm talking high. So there's no telling what it is. I've heard several different things. Not sure, but I know I'll find that one day. But I do definitely see them getting it in. Several going all types of directions, and yes, definitely too high to be planes. And I know what the plane look like. And they, like I said, they look like stars. They look like the stars, and they move really, really slowly. I've seen some really moving though, but for the most part, it's like they're just slowly gliding through the air, just taking the time. But up there in the star area. But anyways, you know what I'm saying. Academates, y'all keep yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected at all times. Do not let this world drive you crazy. And we shall return with another one. hopefully they let this one go through. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna stay away from his story. They lying anyway. So I'm gonna stay away from that junk. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see what these dunks over here do. You feel me? If they start giving us trouble, then we gonna go back to the universe, because we already know what's going on with these folks, and we know where it's coming from, and we know the people that they talking about is over in the SCP universe as well. We already know this, so we ain't gonna argue with ourselves. Please don't argue with yourself. You know what the business is. You know what's going on. Peace.